open it? Where's the thing? Hello, my friends, Bella Maldonado here, and today we are going to be talking about this deck. This is called the Oracle Mystifying playing card deck, and I bought this on a recent trip to New Orleans. Oh my god, that trip was amazing, and I have a bunch of other little goodies that I bought, so if you're interested in seeing those, stay tuned till the very end. I'll do a mini haul and share those, but for now, I want to show you this. I came across a store called New Orleans Playing Card Company, and on their display window they had all sorts of cards. They had tarot cards, oracle cards, playing cards. I had to walk in there. I had to. I go inside, but I saw this, and it's a playing card deck, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's got the spooky vibes. I have to get it. And this is the little plastic case from the store. So you'll see right here, it says New Orleans Playing Card Company. And this deck isn't even new. It was actually on Kickstarter, I think about 10 years ago. And it was created by Ovdiyenko. And the theme of this deck is the Spiritualism movement. And this movement started in the mid 1800s to early 1900s here in my hometown of New York. And it made its way around the world eventually, but it was only in the UK where it became as widespread as it was in the US. Ooh, look at this. So when you open it, you can see the embossing from the other side that says goodbye. Can we just take a moment to look at this box before we go further into the background of the story of this deck? Look at this. Look at the foiling on the box. That's pretty neat. And you've got the Ouija board. Okay, this is very cool. And I love the shiny red inside. So anyway, during those times, people were involved in all sorts of demonstrations of mediumship, like seances and automatic writing, spirit photography, and Ouija boards. Although I don't even know if we can call them Ouija boards anymore, because I think Hasbro has it trademarked. So I guess we'll just refer to them as talking boards. That's how they used to call them, talking boards or spirit boards. So we'll just do that going forward. Yeah, so all of those things were very big during this movement. So our first card here is the Joker, and you can see him levitating. Let's take a look at the card backs. So it's the same as the box, except it's not foiled. And then our second Joker is the same, but with red writing. We have our Ace of Spades. Oh, that's very cool. And from what I understand, each suit has a specific theme from the Spiritualism movement. So I believe the spades are about automatic writing. So you can see the feathers here. Those are the plumes that they used to write with. So that's very neat. And then we have our pips. Oh, I love the background. It looks like those very old, vintagey, spooky wallpapers that you see in the haunted house. That's very neat. Oh, and you know what is also pretty cool is how the pips are arranged in a circle to make it look like a seance. That's fun. I do like that. Okay, so here is our Jack, and you can see he's working on automatic writing. He's blindfolded and just writing down whatever the energies are telling him to write. Same with our Queen of Spades, also doing her automatic writing. Oh, and one thing about our Jack of Spades is that I think when I looked up the Kickstarter, it mentioned that the Jack of Spades is actually Charles Dickens. And not only was he an English novelist and journalist and a short story writer, but he very much had a hankering for ghosts. And it was apparent in his storytelling. If you just think about a Christmas story, that's not Dickens. A Christmas Carol, when he was visited by the three ghosts. But Dickens was kind of funny because he seemed to love and be obsessed with the idea of the supernatural, but since he never found any kind of evidence on his own, he basically rejected spiritualism. But he did actively search for evidence and participated in seances and such. So he made the cut. And not every court card is represented by a famous figure, but I know there was a couple, and I'll just mention them as we come across them. Here's our King of Spades. And the King of Spades is represented by William Butler Yeats. And as you know, he's a famous Irish poet and playwright. And he had a deep interest in spiritualism and the occult, and it led him to join the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. And you tarot-loving people out there know that Pamela Coleman Smith and Arthur Edward Waite, the creators of the RWS deck, were also members of the Golden Dawn. Ooh, look at these aces. These aces are really pretty. So this is the Ace of Diamonds. And the diamonds represent seances. And you can see coming out of the diamond are these two horns. And spirit trumpets were used during seances. And there were these horn-shaped speaking tubes that I guess you can say they magnified the whispers of the ghosts and the spirits to make it audible to the people sitting around the table at the seance. So here are our diamonds, and you can see that the wallpaper has a hint of red in the background. So if we look at the spades, the wallpaper is more of a cream color, but then these are more of a red. So that's cool. I like how he changed it up in this deck. And again, we're kind of following that circle. All the pips are arranged in a circle. So we got our little seance going in the pips. Okay, here is our Jack of Diamonds. And I don't believe he represented anybody in particular, but you can see that he is involved in a seance. We have our Queen of Diamonds. You can see she's holding hands with other people at the seance. And our King of Diamonds. I love this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now, where's our ace? Oh, are we going backwards now? Okay. So maybe these weren't put in exact order. Hopefully all the cards are present. We have our King of Clubs, and the clubs are represented by ectoplasm. So for you Ghostbusters fans, the green slime that comes out of the ghost is ectoplasm. In spiritualism, ectoplasm is a substance that exudes from the body of a medium and can take the shape of a face, a hand, or a complete body. So this is the stuff that's coming out of his mouth, is all that ectoplasm. That is creepy. Here's our Queen of Clubs with the ectoplasm coming out of her mouth. Our Jack of Clubs, also pretty creepy. Love it. And then we have our pips, our little seance table. And I do love the background, that creepy house wallpaper. So here's our ace with the ectoplasm all the way around it. And it's just so pretty looking too. You know, you think ectoplasm is gross, which it is, but Chris has done a really good job at representing it and not grossing me out. So here is our King of Hearts. And my understanding is that the King of Hearts represents Arthur Conan Doyle. And not only did he create the character Sherlock Holmes, but he was also one of the leading voices of the spiritualist movement. And hearts represent spirit photography. And you can see the ghosts that were captured in the photograph. So that's our king, our Queen of Hearts. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. Our Jack of Hearts. And then we're back to our pips. Okay, and there is our ace. And you can see the cameras that are used to take the spirit photography photos. That's really pretty. I love how it looks so vintagey, but a little creepy. And then this is just an extra card, which just is a duplicate of the card backs. And we have our yes and no card. So this was referred to as the gaff cards, and gaff cards in magic, you know, when you're doing close-up magic or card tricks, there's always that trick card in the deck that makes you go, ooh, ah. So if there's a way that you can figure out how to incorporate yes or no into your magic trick, there you have it. I'm gonna really enjoy this deck a lot. So this is a nice little addition to the cards that I have. You know, it's an excuse to get a card deck without saying you got a tarot card deck, but I love the creepiness of this. I definitely am looking forward to playing solitaire at nighttime, or just even in October, just me with the lights down low and then creepy things happening with the cards. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to set up a really nice environment where everything is just dimly lit with the candles and just playing with these cards. Here it is. As promised, here is my New Orleans haul. Okay, so where should we start? Okay, let's start with my New Orleans mug. I mean, pumpkin spice latte, come on, how can I not? Next up are my skull earrings. I saw this in a little shop and I had to have them. Look at them. They're little skulls. Can you see that? Here, I'll put it behind these Post-its. Do you see it? The skulls. They are so cool. And I love the back, the post. Look at this post. Ugh, I love it. Next up is this shirt that we got for my little boy. It's got this little cartoon skull on it, and it says New Orleans French Quarter. So cute with a little top hat. Come on. Next up in shirts, this is a shirt that my husband got for himself, and it's got the same little skull guy right there so that they can be twinsies and they can match. And then on the back of the shirt is just a giant version of that same skull. Next in shirts, this shirt was actually from the souvenir shop of a restaurant called Gris. It says Gris in the front with the restaurant logo in New Orleans. That restaurant was so good. Their shrimp and grits, amazing. I mean, everything they had there was pretty awesome, but the shrimp and grits, to die for. And this is a shirt that I got from the same restaurant. So it also says Gris with their little skeleton guy going for a drink. Next in shirts and tank tops is this one right here. And it says Voodoo Bourbon Street, Dr. Ray's Magical Elixir, distilled in the French Quarter, New Orleans. I love this color and I love this design. Now, the only thing that I'm not sure about, and maybe you guys can help me out in the comments, is it says voodoo on the shirt. And that's somebody's religion, you know? Like, I'm not gonna walk around in a t-shirt that says Christianity or Judaism, you know, like, is this okay? I don't know. I mean, it says voodoo everywhere in New Orleans. I believe it's the third largest place where voodoo is practiced. But again, like, is this appropriate, like, for me to wear this? I don't know. I just love this design. It's just, it's so cool. But, you know, like, am I gonna walk around with a cap that says Islam? Is that the same thing with voodoo? Again, this is a religion. Do I walk around with this on my shirt? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. What do you think? You let me know. Do I keep it as a nightshirt? Wear it in the privacy of my home? Don't wear it at all? I don't know. Next up, we have some art. And if I turn the back, you will see the name of the artist, M. Sani. It was part of a nighttime exhibit where they had other artists and jewelry makers and other folks selling their wares and art. So we got a couple of these, which we thought were very cool. I don't know where we're gonna hang them, where we're gonna put them, but they're definitely going somewhere in our home. Next up, I have this beautiful necklace. Somebody was selling, I think it's called the French Quarter Market. I don't know, I can't remember. But this is really cool because she was selling these domino tiles and Scrabble tiles, and they had different artworks on them. And this eye, I had to have the eye. And this is a Scrabble piece, and they had different letters on the back, and I wasn't sure, like they didn't have one with the letter B that started with my name. There wasn't one with an M for my last name, but you know, I was with my husband, and he's like, well, why don't you get the one with I, because it's an I. I have some oils that I got at Voodoo Authentica, and they had all sorts of oils there, but I got the Money and Good Luck and Success and Prosperity. And it's kind of funny because my husband and I decided, okay, well, let's go to the casino. I'll dab on some of the oil and we'll be good to go. So we went to the casino, and roulette is our game. We have a lot of fun with roulette. And we got there, and it was all done by computer. There wasn't anybody spinning the ball. It was just, I don't know, like it's more fun when you have human beings involved, right? And then the minimum you can wager was $25. And, you know, we're thinking, there's no human being involved. There's no actual ball being spun around. And then the minimum is 25. I don't know. It just doesn't, we weren't feeling it at all. So we basically just walked around the entire casino, didn't play a thing. So I guess in a way it worked. We didn't lose money. We were successful in keeping our money. So yeah, there's that. And next we have our witchcraft cocktails. This was in a very nice bookstore in New Orleans. My husband was the one who actually picked this one up. And it's very neat because they have, in addition to having different drink recipes, they also have some tarot cards that go with them. So for example, we have Aphrodite's Lust Potion, and then there's a little something about the Knight of Wands. And it does the same thing with different kinds of stones. So Good Mood Mimosa is matched up with Smoky Quartz. So this is going to be fun to go through. Ooh, that's pretty. I think my husband already started buying ingredients for all of these. Oh, I like that. Dreamwork Aviation Riff. That's pretty. So yes, we're going to have lots and lots of fun with this. Next up is this very cozy hoodie that we got from my daughter that says New Orleans French Quarter. And I know she likes her baggy hoodies, so I tried to get the baggiest one I could find. And she said she likes it, so hopefully she'll enjoy it this fall. And last but certainly not least is this cute little dress that I got that is definitely gonna put me in the mood for doing some tarot readings. It's got the moon and the stars, and it's just lovely. And there's like, I think it goes down to maybe mid-calf. So I'm gonna put a picture in here so you can see what the whole thing looks like. But I fell in love. So hit that like button if you enjoyed this Oracle Mystifying playing cards walkthrough, and if you also enjoyed the mini haul. And I had a ton of fun sharing this with you, and you know, again, let me know about the shirt. Bye for now.